acceptance. It is not easy to accept each other as human beings. Yes, we can see we're all human beings. I've got 5 fingers, I've got eyes, nose, and a face that looks like a human being. But it's not easy to accept each other as human beings. And the laws of the societies of the world reflect that. The laws of the society are based on others being better humans than others. Hence you have inequality. Even if a constitution says there should be equality before the law, you will find inequality. You'll find that opportunities are geared towards some people, opportunities are taken away from some people. That's a simple fact. I mean, you can just take a simple bank, an institution, other people can open banks, other people cannot. But the law lies and says everybody's equal. So obviously that's not true. Because the only time we can have an equality before the law, true equality before the law, is that whatever another person can do, another person can do. Because we're all taking each other as human beings. And society will benefit by the best person for doing that. Right now we don't have the best people for doing that. We have them people protected by laws. It's not a nice thing. Now once you have equality before the law, and you accept everybody as a human being, minor things like race, ethnicity, sex, that disappear. Because the law will say, whether you're black or white, red or yellow, you can do this. Whether you are this ethnic group or that ethnic group or that ethnic group, you can do this. Whether you are male or female, you can do this. Once there's pure equality before the law, and honest to God, this is true, you don't need a quota system. A person would just say, these people, they don't want to hire me, I'll go start my own business. They don't want to hire me in their bank, I'll go start my own bank. They don't want to hire me in their telecommunications company, I'll go start my own cell phone company. But you need quota systems, because the law says not anybody can just go and start their own bank. Not anybody can just go start their cell phone company. Except expensive businesses like start a motor company. They say, sure, you can start it. But where are you going to get $100 million from to start it, to compete with General Motors and Toyota? But a bank can start competing with JP Morgan today. You need a safe. That's all you need. You can start competing with cell phone companies. You need a computer program on the internet, and you can start charging people to use your phoning system, like Skype. There's nothing to it, it's a free service. But obviously, it's all regulated. Once you have equality before the law, where every race accepts each other, every ethnicity accepts each other, every sex accepts each other, knowledge in society can grow. Because we're saying the best person for the job is not going to be judged on whether they're this race, this ethnic group, male or female. That is the power of knowledge, the future. Once we accept that knowledge is the driving force of human progression, we'll have equality before the law. Because to say this person is genetically modified to such a profession or genetically modified to do such and such, you are playing with fire. And you know you're lying. That's why you need the law to protect you from competition. Because nobody is genetically for this or that. It's all what they want inside. Now you look at all over the world. You have all these ethnic strives. There need not be if there was equality before the law. How can you have ethnic strife when every ethnic group can start a business, any ethnic group can start a banking system? And see, the banking system is crucial because that's how you control an economy. That's how you lend out funds. Because no matter how smart you are, in a society that says, because you're this race or that race, or because you're this ethnic or this ethnic group, no matter what you do, money will never flow towards you because they are controlling the banking system. And the law has protected them. Can you imagine that? And then they say they're smarter with the law protecting them. How fair is that? See, now you have, today we're having problems in Burma. But you don't need those ethnic problems if you said everybody can do by law. In China, they say there's problems with the Tibetans. No. But if the Han people treated the Tibetans properly and said, Tibetans can also start their own banks, can also start their own resource companies, you wouldn't have this ethnic strife. You wouldn't have ethnic strife all over in America, where you say, no, blacks can do this. But there's sometimes, but America, take it from me, is easily the freest country in the world. Now imagine the freest country in the world not being free enough You cannot compare freedom of America to Canada. No. You cannot compare the freedom of America to Germany. No. It is the freest country in the world, but it can do better by saying everybody's equal. By everybody being equal, there'll be no bank bailouts. Because everybody will deserve a bailout. Because once you say there's a bank bailout, you're saying these people are the only people who can do banking. They are somehow superior and they need to be protected by society. No, America can do better. But you get a country like Zimbabwe, where they say, no, you got Shonas, you got Debeles, and all the resources are geared towards Shonas, geared towards and away from Debeles. The law is protecting the Shonas from competition. You get a place like Mali, where they say the Tuaregs are too stupid, they're wanderers. But if the Tuaregs had been allowed to participate in the economy, you would not have this ethnic strife. You got Mexico. If the Mexican elite were not protected by the government, you would not have Native Americans in Mexico, the old Aztec people complaining and demonstrating in the streets. In Sweden, there's a law that says 50% of a board must be women. Sweden, Norway. But that is nonsense. Why should the law say 50% of a board be women? Why don't you say, no, let women go and start their own banks? Why should they have to be begged? Why should the law do that? If it's a free society, a woman will get up and say, oh no, fuck this man, I'm going to start my own bank and I can do it better. In a free society, if Canada was a free society, if they don't want to hire people in their corporations, a man will say, no, fuck these whites, I can do better. But the law says, nope, you can't do better. The law, because they don't want it proven that you can do better, is immediately blocked. That is the power of accepting each other as human beings. But we don't want to accept each other as human beings. We're always looking for little niches, skin color, race. I mean, there's even a recent studies about men's brains and women's brains. But Madame Maria Curie won 2 Nobel Prizes in physics and chemistry. She was a woman. She did not let it hold her back. But we put these useless laws because acceptance in the long run, acceptance will lead to each other treating us as brothers and sisters, and the brotherhood of humanity will begin. But acceptance can only start with equality before the law. We are getting these new movements in this world today. Occupy Wall Street, Zedgists, ex-communists coming out. But their failure and why you should not support them is because Occupy Wall Street, Zedgists, Tea Party, and these ex-communists, none of them talk of the concept of equality before the law. These Zedgist people are just telling you, oh, resources will be distributed and all this, everybody will not have, you just do this and machines will do everything for you. But who is going to do that? They don't underline the question is of equality before the law. Because once there's equality before the law in a constitution and it is respected, a government can never have too much power. A government and corporations cannot have too much power over people. And that is what they fear. So that it's all lip service, and we all know that. But that is the way the world is. Once we are